You walk into a Mazda dealership thinking you're in good hands. After all, it's an official dealer. They know Mazda's better than anyone, right? Wrong. What I'm about to tell you might change how you see dealerships forever. Right now, there are scams running at Mazda dealerships across the country that are costing owners thousands of dollars. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they've been scammed until it's way too late. I've been working on cars for years, and I've seen these tricks evolve. They're getting smarter, more convincing, and harder to spot. From unnecessary repairs to hidden fees that appear out of nowhere, these dealerships are playing games with your wallet. But today, that stops. I'm pulling back the curtain and showing you exactly what's happening, how to spot it, and most importantly, how to protect yourself. Whether you're buying a new Mazda, getting routine service, or bringing your car in for repairs, you need to watch this entire video because what you're about to learn could save you thousands. Let's get into it. Scam number 1. The required VIN etching. Scam. You've finally decided on your new Mazda. The price is good, you're excited, and you're ready to drive it home. Then the finance manager slides a paper across the desk. Just one more thing. All our vehicles come with VIN etching for theft protection. It's $395 and it's already been applied to your car. Sounds official, right? Like something you actually need. Here's the reality. VIN etching is one of the oldest scams in the dealership playbook, and it's making a comeback. VIN etching is when they use a chemical to etch your vehicle identification number onto the windows. The idea is that thieves won't want to steal a car with etched windows because they'd have to replace all the glass. Sounds good in theory, but here's what they don't tell you. First, your VIN is already stamped in multiple places on your car, visible on the dashboard, the door jamb, and hidden in other locations. Thieves know this. Etching doesn't stop anything. Second, the actual cost to etch windows? About $10 in materials and maybe 15 minutes of time. They're charging you $395 for something that costs them basically nothing. Third, many insurance companies don't even care if you have VIN etching. The discounts they promise, usually $5 to $10 per year. You'd need 40 years just to break even. And here's the sneakiest part. They tell you it's already been done, so you can't refuse it. But most of the time, they haven't done it yet. They're banking on you not checking. Here's how you fight back. Before you sign anything, tell them clearly, I do not want VIN etching. Remove it from the price. If they say it's already applied, ask to see proof. Make them show you the etched windows. If they refuse to remove it, walk away. There are plenty of other Mazda dealers who won't pull this trick. You can get VIN etching done yourself for under $30 with a DIY kit if you really want it. Don't let them pressure you into paying $395 for something that's essentially worthless. Scam number 2. The fake coolant flush emergency. This one gets people all the time. You bring your Mazda in for a routine oil change. Everything seems normal. Then the service advisor comes out looking concerned. We checked your coolant and it's really dirty. We need to do a full coolant flush right away or you risk serious engine damage. It's $250. Now you're worried. Engine damage sounds expensive. You don't want that, so you agree. Here's what really happened. Your coolant was probably fine. Coolant naturally gets a little darker over time. That doesn't mean it's bad. Mazda's FL22 coolant is designed to last 50,000 miles or 5 years under normal conditions. If you're only at 30,000 miles in 3 years, you don't need a flush. But the dealership knows most people can't tell the difference between slightly used coolant and dangerous coolant. They use that fear to sell you a service you don't need. And here's where it gets worse. A coolant flush isn't even what Mazda recommends. Mazda says to do a drain and fill, not a high-pressure flush. A flush can actually dislodge debris and cause leaks in older systems, but flushes cost more and take less time. So dealers love them. More profit, less work. Here's how to protect yourself. Know your coolant service interval. Check your owner's manual. Most Mazdas need coolant service every 50,000 miles or 5 years. If you're nowhere near that mileage or time, question the recommendation. Ask to see the coolant. Fresh Mazda FL22 coolant is pink. If it's slightly darker pink, that's normal. If it's brown or rusty, then okay, maybe it needs attention. Ask for a drain and fill, not a flush. It's gentler on your system and cheaper. Get a second opinion. Take your car to an independent mechanic and ask them to check the coolant. Don't let fear tactics push you into unnecessary service. Trust your manual, not their scare tactics. Scam number 3. The engine air induction service. Rip-off. You're sitting in the waiting room, and the service advisor walks up with a concerned look. We noticed some carbon buildup in your engine. We highly recommend our engine air induction service. It'll clean out the carbon, improve performance, and prevent future problems. Only $299. Sounds important, right? Let me tell you what this service actually is. They spray a can of cleaner into your intake while the engine runs. That's it. The entire job takes maybe 20 minutes. The can of cleaner costs them about $15. They're charging you $299 for that. Now, does carbon buildup happen? Yes, especially on direct injection engines like Skyactiv. But you know what prevents it? Regular maintenance. Changing your oil on time, using quality fuel, and occasionally driving your car at highway speeds. You don't need a $299 service every 30,000 miles like they claim. And here's the real kicker. If you actually have serious carbon buildup causing performance issues, this spray service won't fix it. You'd need a manual cleaning where they remove the intake manifold and physically scrub the valves. That's real work, and it costs $400 to $600 for a legitimate reason. This spray service, it's theater. It makes them money and makes you feel like you're doing something important. Here's what you should do. If your Mazda is running fine, no rough idle, no loss of power, no check engine light, you don't need this service. If you're concerned about carbon, ask for a bore scope inspection, a camera that actually shows you if there's buildup. Most dealers won't do this because they'd have to prove the problem exists. You can buy the same cleaner they use, like Seafoam or CRC intake valve cleaner, for $12 and do it yourself in your driveway. Save your money. Don't fall for this one. If you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This helps me bring you more honest car advice for my Mazda guys. Scam number 4, the battery test that always fails. Your Mazda is running perfectly. No problems at all. You bring it in for an oil change, and the tech runs a complimentary battery test. A few minutes later, the service advisor approaches with bad news. Your battery tested weak. It's at 60% capacity. We recommend replacing it now before it leaves you stranded. We have one in stock for $285 installed. Now you're nervous. Nobody wants to get stuck with a dead battery, so you agree to the replacement. Here's what actually happened. Your battery was probably fine. Battery testers are notoriously unreliable, especially the cheap ones many quick lube places and dealerships use. They give inconsistent readings based on temperature, how recently you drove, and even how the tech holds the tool. A battery that tests at 60% 1 minute might test at 85% 5 minutes later after the car sits. But the dealership knows you won't question it. You're not going to ask to see the printout. You're not going to argue about battery health. You just want your car to be reliable, and they exploit that trust. Here's the reality. Most Mazda batteries last 3 to 5 years, sometimes longer with proper care. If your battery is only 2 years old and the car starts fine, you probably don't need a new one. And $285 installed? That's a massive markup. A quality battery for most Mazdas costs $120 to $180 at an auto parts store. Installation is literally 4 bolts. Takes 10 minutes. Here's how to protect yourself. Know how old your battery is. Check the date code stamped on top. If it's under 3 years old, it's probably fine. If your car starts strong every time, your battery is fine. Trust your experience. If they say it tested weak, ask for the printout. Look at the cold cranking amps. If it's close to the rated spec, you're good. Get a second opinion. Auto parts stores test batteries for free. If you do need a battery, buy it yourself and install it. Save $100 plus. Don't let them scare you into replacing a perfectly good battery just because their tester said so. Scam number 5, the brake fluid exchange. Pressure. This one sneaks up on people. You're getting routine maintenance, and the advisor mentions, "We noticed your brake fluid looks dark. We should flush it. That'll be $150. Most people don't know anything about brake fluid, so they just agree. Here's the thing. Yes, brake fluid does need to be changed eventually. It absorbs moisture over time, which lowers its boiling point and can cause corrosion. But eventually means every 3 to 5 years, not every time you come in for an oil change. The dealership knows brake fluid naturally darkens with age. Fresh brake fluid is clear or light amber. After a year or two, it might look light brown. That's normal. But they use that normal darkening to sell you a service you don't need yet. And here's the markup. A brake fluid exchange takes about 30 minutes and uses maybe $20 worth of fluid. They're charging you $150. Here's how to handle this. Check your owner's manual. Mazda recommends brake fluid changes every 3 to 5 years depending on the model. If you just had it done last year, you don't need it again. If they say it looks dark, that doesn't mean it's bad. Ask them to test the moisture content with a brake fluid tester. That's the real indicator. If you're at 3+ years and haven't changed it, then yes, it's probably time. But don't let them pressure you into doing it every single visit. Ask what brake fluid they're using. Mazda calls for DOT3 or DOT4. If they can't tell you, that's a red flag. This service isn't urgent unless you're having actual brake problems. Don't let them make it sound like an emergency. Scam number 6. The hidden shop supplies fee. You get your service done. Everything seems fine, and then you look at the invoice. There's a line item that says shop supplies $35. What the heck is that? This is one of the sneakiest charges because it sounds legitimate. Shop supplies, yeah, they need supplies to fix your car, right? Wrong. This is a junk fee. It's supposed to cover things like rags, degreaser, and gloves. But here's the truth. Those costs are already built into their labor rate. When a shop charges $150 per hour for labor, that rate already includes overhead like tools, supplies, utilities, and consumables. Charging you a separate shop supplies fee is double billing. They're padding the invoice with fees that are already covered. And $35 might not sound like much, but multiply that by hundreds of customers per month. That's thousands of dollars in pure profit for literally nothing. Some states have actually made these fees illegal, but many dealerships still charge them because most people don't notice or don't complain. Here's what you do. Before you approve any work, ask if there are additional fees beyond the quoted price. If you see a shop supplies fee on your invoice, question it. What specific supplies is this charge for? Tell them to remove it. If they refuse, ask to speak to the service manager. Check your state's laws. In some places, these fees are illegal and you can report them. Pay attention to your invoices. Don't just look at the total. Check every line. These little fees add up fast. Don't let them nickel and dime you. How to protect yourself from all dealership scams. Alright, let's bring this all together. Here's your action plan to avoid getting scammed. Know your car's maintenance schedule. Read your owner's manual. Know what's due and when. Get quotes in writing before approving work. Never give verbal approval for repairs over the phone. Ask questions. If you don't understand a charge or service, keep asking until you do. Get second opinions on expensive repairs. Take your car to an independent mechanic for a separate diagnosis. Check reviews online. If a dealership has a reputation for overcharging, other customers will mention it. Don't be pressured. If they're pushing hard for immediate service, that's a red flag. Build a relationship with an independent mechanic. They're usually more honest and way cheaper than dealers. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Your Mazda is a reliable car. It doesn't need constant expensive services to stay healthy. It needs oil changes, tire rotations, brake pads eventually, and not much else for the first 100,000 miles. Don't let dealerships convince you otherwise. Stay informed, stay skeptical, and don't be afraid to say no. Your wallet will thank you. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.